Peace has come. Peace has come. Peace has come into this place. Peace has come. Peace has come. Peace has come into this place. Joy has come. Joy has come. Joy has come into this place. Love has come. Love has come. Love has come into this place. Into this place. Into this place. Into this place.
Thank you, Daille. So welcome, everybody. It's wonderful to see you. It's wonderful to see you guys too on Zoom. Thanks for being here. We have practitioners around the Zoom and around the room holding the high watch for us. So you can let go and be right here, right now. Let go of your worries, doubts, limitations, anything like that. And be present to this moment right here, right now. Let go and let God. So we've got a wonderful service for you today. We got the great Daille Kettrell doing music. Marlene Volper and I are tag teaming today. So thanks for being here. I'm going to turn it over to Marlene.
Thanks, Paul. Tag, I'm it. Okay, everybody, let's just take a deep breath and repeat after me. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
We can all unmute on Zoom if you'd
I
like.
open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete health.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete
I
health.
open my heart to the universe, accepting kindness.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting kindness.
So it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So let's take a nice deep breath. Breathing in the breath of God. Being present to this moment right here, right now, in this moment, in this moment, in this moment. And knowing that we are awash in the love and the peace of the divine. That we can feel it, that it is palpable right here, right now. That we know that presence, we know that love, we know that peace. We are anchored in it, we are it. We are all individualized expressions of the divine and expressing it perfectly. Knowing that this service is the activity of God, that we are here by divine appointment, by divine love, that it flows with the perfection of God, that Daille opens up to that divine source and allows the divine to play the piano and sing through her. And that Reverend Marlene and Reverend Paul step aside and allow the divine to flow through. And this service washes over the congregation, uplifting, enlivening, reminding this congregation of the magnificence of who they are, the magnificence of who everything is. Knowing that this flow is the flow of the divine, that it is all perfect, it is all God, that we let go and we bask in this service because it's God orchestrating it, so we can just relax and go with the flow and let go and let God. And in this letting go, we say, and so it is.
In this season of love, and it is a season of love, we're going to welcome it into our hearts and into our minds, into our body. Now I want you to turn in your bulletin, there's a page there with some lyrics, and it's a little abbreviated, but you can follow me. So whatever I sing, you just answer with that verse, okay? And we're going to let it reverberate all over, okay? Let's sing it to the hills, okay? This is Our Loving Will Change the World. And it's true, our loving will change the world if we let it. Love, everybody. Love,
Woo-hoo. Love, 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 love. I love, 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 love all of you. All right, so this is our inspirational reading for today. It's called More Loving in My Heart by Howard Thurman. So let's just all take a breath and close your eyes and just let the words wash over you. I want to be more loving in my heart. I want to be more loving. Often, there are good and sufficient reasons for exercising what seems a clean, direct resentment. Again and again, I find it hard to hold in check the sharp retort, the biting comeback, when it seems that someone has done violence to my self-respect and decent regard. How natural it seems to give as good as I get, to take nothing lying down, to announce to all and sundry in 1,000 ways that no one can run over me and get away with it. All this is part of the thicket in which my heart gets caught again and again. Deep within me, I want to be more loving in my heart, to glow with a warmth that will take the chill off a room, which I share with those whose lives touch mine in the traffic of my goings and comings. I want to be more loving. I want to be more loving in my heart. It is often easy to have the idea in mind, to plan to be more loving, to see it with the mind and give assent to the thought of being loving. This is crystal clear. But I want to be more loving in my heart. I must feel like loving. I must ease the tension in my heart that ejects the sharp barb, the stinging word. I want to be more loving in my heart. That with the unconscious awareness and deliberate intent, I shall be a kind and gracious human being. Thus, those who walk the path with me may find it easier to be loving, to be gracious, because of the love of God, which is increasingly expressed in my living. I want to be more loving in my heart. All right, everybody, if you will open your bulletin and say with us the affirmation. I am a powerful, loving presence. I lead from the love I feel in my heart.
You can unmute, Sue.
The love of the
The universe in my being. Those who walk with me feel loved and love more easily in return.
So it is.
Right? Going to get up and I want you
sitting
to
down.
just feel the spirit and the joy and the love. All right, so. Ready? We're going to just welcome some warm, think about warm, tropical place that you love to go to.
Arizona. Be there Thursday. So if you're wondering, the talk today is about, you got it. You got it. So I was thinking, oh, thank you. Now can you hear me? I was thinking, well, obviously Valentine's Day is on the 14th, it's on Tuesday. And we're real good about getting our loved ones the cards and the flowers and maybe some candy and presents and things like that. And it's the day that we look at love. The day. Out of 365 days, it's the day that we look at love. So I was thinking and I thought, what is love? I mean, all of us have different definitions of what love is. But the most important thing is we know it when we feel it. We know that love. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Peace Pilgrim. If you haven't, read the book. It's brilliant. My brother-in-law turned me on to it. And she says, pure love is the willingness to give without a thought of receiving anything in return. I also thought, where does love come from? And I instantly got from the divine. God is our source. God is unconditional love. That's God's essence. That's God's beingness. That's God. So if God is our source, then that is the source of our love. It is unconditional. It is constant. It never wanes. It never slows down. It comes with full force always. Now, it's our job to tune into it, to recognize it. So we are one with the divine, and the divine is unconditional love. So by the transitive property, we are love. It's our nature. It's the truth of who we are, is that unconditional love. Now, we may not always express it, but that's a matter of what I said, tuning into it. And we either tune into it or tune out from it. We find a new relationship and we're tuned in. We're dialed in because we're connected to that person and they're doing everything right and we're seeing all the wonderful stuff. And then they do something that we don't like. We turn the dial down a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. And then they give us something. We go, ooh, dials back up. I'm feeling 100%. I'm right in the divine flow. You got it. And then they do something else that we don't like. And we turn the dial down. And they do something else we don't like. And we turn the dial down. The flow is always still there, coming to us. We're just not receiving it. We're not, it's like a rheostat. Rheostat is a dimmer on a light. Light goes up, light goes down. We either tune into it or we tune out of it. But it's always there, that divine love that is ours, that is us. Brilliant writer wrote this, and I want to share it with you. The writer is Diane Hoyt, 2011. Thanks. Divine love. Within me, the divine spark of love and light shines and illumines me. In this now moment, I release into this essence, this broadness, this unlimited place of being. I am one with the divine, and my mind is infused with the wholeness of who I am. All fears, all worries are seen with the clarity as that space of imagined thought, not real, not the truth of who I am. And my soul sings as I, in this powerful now moment, release myself from the bondage of illusion. I align with my unlimitedness. I am one with the universe, with God as my source. I delight in who I am as I feel the love of God wash in, through, and around me, connecting me with all there is, unifying me with myself, with my recognition of the glory that God is in me. I radiate the light. I am the light. I am infinite creative expression, uniquely, freely, fully. I am alive with love. That's what we're connected to. That's what we are one with. And as Howard Thurman was talking about, in life, we run into things that are hard to love. But it's not them that's doing it. It's not them that's cutting off the love. They're just doing what they do and being who they are in that given moment. It's us that have turned the rheostat down. That's what I want to express today, is that we have our hands on our rheostat of love. It has nothing to do with anything out there. It's our job to dial into that love in every single moment. That's our job. And if we recognize our oneness with everything that is, it's easy. Because we recognize the oneness. God is unconditional love. So what does that mean? Unconditional. So there's nothing that we could do, no action, no nothing that we could do that the source of love, God, would turn off the flow. Nothing. That's unconditional love. Because God doesn't see the condition. We do. We look at the anger and the resentment and the whatever's going on. God doesn't look at that. God sees only our highest, best, and most loving. Because that's the larger part of who we are. And this is a playground. That's all this is it's a playground for us to play in and go wherever we want and do whatever we want. But there are consequences to that. Because some of those actions lead us away from the divine. And you know what they are. You feel it when you've left it, when you turn that rheostat down. We know it. We are so connected to the divine. Rumi says, you have within you more love than you could ever understand. That's what's there for us. That's who we are. I love what Howard Thurman is saying. I want to add to it. I don't want to be love. I am love. In every single moment that I can be. I want that rheostat full bore. And the world will change because we are that. Our mission statement is the transformation of the planet through the transformation of individuals. That's CCL's part of CCL's mission statement. You know everything I'm saying. There's nothing new here. All I'm doing is reminding you of it. Reverend Marlene and Reverend Catherine and I are teaching spiritual practices. And we'd love for anyone to take it again. But we were talking the other night, and we were talking about what is your spiritual practice? What are your spiritual practices in life? One of mine, I say I love you 5-6 times a day. I say it to my kids before I leave. When I see them in the morning, I say it all the time. And I mean it from that space of God. I do random acts of kindness. All the time. I hold doors for people. I do all kinds of random acts of kindness. But it's a practice. Don't always do it. But it is a practice. And how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Because the more we practice love, the more we are, the more it's palpable, the more it's at hand. So I'm going to ask you all to take this on as a spiritual practice. To love in the face of anything. We look at the Middle East right now and the earthquakes, and we send our prayers and we send love over there. But when one of them bombs something, do we send our love? Do we see the God in them? Do we see the love, the truth that they really are? In the face of hatred, we're the love. Sometimes in the darkness, we are the light. So I'm asking you to take this on as a spiritual practice. To as much as you possibly can, turn that rheostat up. In every single moment. Just every day. Tune into that divine love that is yours by divine right. God gave you that, nobody else. And nobody else can take it away. And God would never. You are worthy of the kingdom of heaven, and the kingdom of heaven is within. Now, the place I want you to start first is in loving yourself. I want you to start practicing loving yourself, seeing your divinity, seeing your magnificence, seeing your expression of God every single day. Recognize it. When you're feeling away from it, nope. I am the divine love. I am love. I love this beautiful being that I am. I love myself to the nth degree. I am an individualized expression of God, and I love it. Practice it. Be it. Be that love for yourself, because it starts with you. If we aren't loving ourselves, we can't love out there, because we're bypassing ourselves. We're trying to love out there without a full cup. And we're trying to find love out there when it's right here. We don't need anybody else to fill us up. The divine is right there, always, always, and forever, loving us, caring for us, supporting us. Tap into that love, know it, practice it, be it. Truly love you all. Thank you. I'd be lost without Marlene. in more ways than you will ever know. So let's deepen into this love, this divine love that is ours by divine right. Let's open to it and know our own magnificence. Feel it energizing us. Feel it lifting us up. Feel it knowing the truth of who we are. Feel it washing away everything that is not that love. that we know that love to the core of our being. We are worthy of it. We are it. We are one with all the love, the infinite love that God is. It never wanes, it never stops. It is ours by the love of God. And we cherish it, and we bask in it, and we meditate on it. We take this time at least once a day to meditate on the love of the divine and the love that we are. That magnificence, that beauty, that unconditional love that is the truth of who we are. We bask in it. We practice it. We tune into it. We know it, and we love it. And in this unconditional love, we say, and so it is.
How are we out there?
Loving.
All right, you still excited?
Yes.
Are we feeling love? All right. It's going to be a lovely day.
Yes, it is.
All right, it's going to be a winning day.
Yeah. Go
All
Eagles.
right. Yes, yes, yes. Go Eagles. When I wake up in the morning, and my heart is filled with pain, the smile I had on my face is gone. Can't see the sunshine from the rain. Then I think of you, then the world's alright with me. God, just one thought of you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely Spirit, you're the lover of my soul. The fire burns deep within. You have the joy this world can't take away. This spiritual love affair, it will never end. When I think of you, then the world's alright with me. God, just one thought of you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. You feel like giving up now. It's fun stuff now. But how can you learn if you don't fall? How can you walk if at first you don't crawl? Through it all, you keep blessing me while they're blessing me and then testing me.
You.
Dale.
So let's take a deep breath. Just knowing the abundance of prosperity that flows to this congregation. Feel it, know it, be it. That is, abundance is ours by divine right. That we know it, that we nurture it, that we know that God is our source of well-being and abundance and prosperity. Feeling it, knowing it, and expressing it to this congregation. And so it is. No. Won't you read the offertory lesson? I have the offertory lesson.
Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I too receive.
I am so.
Wait for a second. Oh. No, that's all right. That was my fault. It's all mine. All of it. I wanted to recognize some people that have helped with the service. Will came in this morning off the street and busted his butt. So thank you, Will. Holly Myers for doing the altar here. Ellen, thank you for doing the refreshments. Marty for doing the all the Zoom stuff. Thank you. Jane for setting up the back. And I've got an invite for you because it's the best gig in the church. Ushering is the best gig in the church. You get to see people come in, you get to smile, you get to hug them, you get to greet them. You are a greeter. So if that calls to you, please join us. You also get the opportunity to be in a circle with us for the morning prayer. We do a prayer at like 9:30, and you get to join in on that. So come join us. Yeah. So if it calls to you, please join us. Thank you. Now.
I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I'm so blessed by this congregation. Thank you all for being here. There's two I forgot also. John, who just walked out. Thank you. And Melissa. Thank you. Oh, and Wayne too. Our tech guru. Thanks, Wayne. More times. Love it. More and more and more and more and more and more. So giving thanks for these gifts and tithes, thanking this congregation that uplifts, that is the backbone of this church. It is the congregation's center. It is yours. We're here because you're here. And we thank you. We thank you for your love, your support, your tithes. Thank you for your consciousness. Thank you for everything that you bring, your beingness, your love, your divinity. Thank you all. Thank God for this community. Thank God for these tithes that support this center that we love so, so much. And this community that is just extraordinary. Thank you, God. And so it is.
Just a busy man.
I know, man. I'm just a busy guy. So, if there's anybody here for the first time and is brave enough to stand up, that's the key. And if you don't want to stand up and you just want to receive this prayer, that's wonderful. Do we have any birthdays or anniversaries? No? All right. So what I want everybody to do is everybody stand up and turn to the aisle, turn across the way. And everybody at Zoom, raise your hands and raise our hands. And we're going to give everybody this blessing. Give it out to the world, to each other and out to the world. Repeat after me. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
You are a radiant point of light.
You are a radiant point of light.
We are blessed by your presence.
We are blessed by your presence.
Welcome home. And so it is.
And so this week, in recognition of the Season for Peace and Nonviolence, we have the very lovely Molly Myers that is going to do our recognition this week.
Yes. Hello. Yes. So today happens to be day 14 of the 64 days of the Season for Peace and Nonviolence. And it's also day 1 of Random Acts of Kindness Week. It's also year number 28 of the Township of Moorestown's mayoral proclamations in support of growing kindness in community, and of my role as its coordinator. February is also Black History Month, and February 12th, today, is the birthday number 214 of my favorite president, Abraham Lincoln. Yes, indeed. As well as the birth month of Frederick Douglass, noted abolitionist. So did you ever hear something that altered the direction of your life? Yeah, well, I did, and I'd like to tell you about it. In 1995, I heard the director of Camden's Urban Promise, Dr. Bruce Main, speak of the work of attorney Brian Stevenson and the Equal Justice Initiative, and then more recently, author of Just Mercy, from which a film was made, movie, which would have been my choice for an Academy Award. So Brian Stevenson had, the story that Bruce Main shared was from an article in the Washington Post, and that Brian had written. He had visited a death row inmate, let's call him Daniel, on the day of his execution. That morning, the guards had offered Daniel newspapers and cigarettes. The warden had asked him what he'd like to have for his final meal and said, "You may have anything that you would like." The chaplain had come to pray with him, and Brian had come to visit, having run out of appeals that could spare Daniel's life. Daniel stated that he had received more kindness on this day his final day, than in the rest of his life put together. This story so pained my heart that a few months later, when I learned of the existence of the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation, I agreed to be a community coordinator. This role gives me a sense of purpose and direction. Viktor Frankl, who had been trained in psychology and neurology, survived the horrific experience of the Holocaust by holding on to purpose, his strong desire to complete his manuscript, Man's Search for Meaning. He had discovered that those most likely to survive the Holocaust were those who had a strong sense of purpose. He also taught that between stimulus and response, there is a space, a gap. In that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. When there's a stimulus, an immediate and reactive response may arise. It's our task as adults to learn to pause following a stimulus and to think to ourselves, is what I am about to say or do, there's an acronym for think, is what I'm about to say or do true, helpful, inspiring, necessary? What's the K for?
Kind.
We can spare ourselves regret by minding that gap. Mother Teresa said the most overlooked peacemaker is kindness. How true that seems. One of the simplest ways to spread kindness is with a smile, with good humor, or with a postcard message. There's an assortment of cards on the table in the rear, and you are encouraged, every one of you, to take one. And then if you'd like to also offer a love offering, take many. The suggested love offering is $1 per card, and there's even postcard stamps if you want to mail them rather than give them out. But I'd like to give you an example of an experience that I had recently with a postcard. Sandy, my sweetheart, and I were on the train to New York City last Sunday. And we both noticed that the conductor was just a lovely human being. And he was going out of his way to be helpful, even telling a family that, oh, your children ride free on the weekend, so I don't need to collect those tickets, save them for another time. So I fished in my tote bag and pulled out, "Thank you for being you." And I put it up where the tickets go so that it would be ready the next time the conductor came through. And when we told him that we were noticing how he was, and we gave him this card, and of course I took a picture of him because I always have my camera with me. He said, just made my day. He read it and loved on it and put it in his conductor pocket. And so these just warms my heart. These postcards were designed by my colleague Janet Werner, and they were designed to deliver messages that she'd have wanted to hear during a very difficult time in her life. So, so what I'd like you to do is choose one that speaks to you. Everybody, please do not leave without a postcard from home. And then make some choices about how else you might like to spread these messages into the world. So, yeah, and it's the simple things, isn't it? Sweet and simple. So now to move on to the phrase, just the affirmation that we say together each week, which is shared by millions of people around the globe, and which we have shared so many times here at CCL as we circled around our peace bowl, which we know is on its way back to us. Please repeat after me. You know what it is? The cue. Here's your cue. May peace prevail on earth. Okay, all together now. May
May peace prevail
on
on
earth.
earth.
Aren't we just grateful for this wonderful, kind woman? Much gratitude to her for being part of this community. Holly blesses us in service in so many ways, and we are absolutely grateful. Thank you, everybody in the Zoom community, for bearing with us while we are upgrading our system. We had a kerfuffle last week, and everybody was very patient, but I think we're rolling good this week. Many thanks to Reverend Bill Marchioni from New Thought Philly, to the CCL Zoom team that consists of Marty Levin, Wayne Marshall, Reverend Paul. I'm not exactly sure why I'm on there because I haven't done very much about it this week, but many thanks to all of them for getting our new technology rolling. Please remember that your practitioner core is always here for prayer. It's what we love to do. You can submit your prayers by email. There are prayer requests on the back table. You can put your prayers right in the prayer box and they will go out to the prayer group. You can put your prayers in the chat. You can call the office. You can text the office. There are many ways to give us prayers, and I guess we didn't pray for that tape to stay on for very long. We also we continue to do prayers. Reverend Catherine, I should say, continues to do prayers Tuesday through Fridays live. So you can go to the website or look in your newsletter. The link for noon prayers is always there. You can join Reverend Catherine and Wayne for 64 days, the 64-day journey of contemplations and practices of peace and nonviolence. And you can join anytime up until Tuesday. When you register, you will get a daily email that will invite you to stay connected through images, messages, practices that will enhance the sense of personal, community, and worldwide peace practices that you can participate yourself every day. Our season for peace and nonviolence continues for the next 8 weeks. This year, we are planning to highlight some of the outreach projects of our members. CCL is an awesome community, as you all know. We make wonderful contributions to the greater community, and we want to take this opportunity to share all those great works with everybody. So if you are engaged in an organization or service project, or if you're doing in spiritual practice or prayers, please let us know. The marvelous team of June Hammett and Marty Levin head up that team, so you can get in contact with them. And if all else fails, you can email me at the church office. There is still time to join spiritual practices. This is the last call. If you have taken it already, we welcome you to come back and take it again. It's a wonderful class. If you've taken foundations and you're looking for the next step, this is it. It is a exploration of spiritual practices, and this class will take you as far as you want to take it. Reverend Paul and I, and the wonderful, beautiful Reverend Catherine, when she is on Zoom or when she is here next week. She will be assisting us and co-facilitating with us this wonderful class. It's required if you want to be a practitioner. And again, if you've taken it already and want to take it again, you are welcome to audit at a discount. This past week, we explored and actively participated in a beautiful meditative prayer for the people affected by the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. And we thank the lovely Natalia for bringing that to us and allowing us to facilitate that spiritual practice in class. It was quite moving. The Experiential Spiritual Inquiries Seminar with Reverend Catherine. How do we walk our talk? How do we live a spiritual life? How do we live in, as, and through love? This class meets for 6 weeks, beginning Wednesday, February 22nd. She will be here in person, so it will be in person and on Zoom. And it runs through the 29th of March from 7 to 9 p.m. So join us, dive into spiritual ideas, thoughts, curiosities, consternations of your spiritual self-inquiry. How do we actually live in love? What are your questions, wonderings, worries, concerns about living a spiritual life, your roadblocks, your stuckness, the demands of life? No question is too big or small. We talk, share, challenge, read, deepen, and we will develop our thoughts, embody our spiritual awareness of our oneness and the union of the field of love. Sounds pretty cool to me. So if you want to register for that, there is a sheet on the back table. Again, you can call the office, text the office, email the office. I will take registration any way that you choose and feel comfortable doing. You can also register from the newsletter and from the website. Now, everybody likes free, right? Free workshop on the 25th of this month from 1 to 4:30. Reverend Brock Ford will be presenting his workshop on learning, living, and loving prayer. And this is a special gift to the congregation. That's why it's free. So if you are interested in this, sign up sheet on the back. Again, you know the drill. You can sign up any plethora of ways. And Brock says that in this workshop, I am inviting participants to embark on a journey of self-discovery. On this journey, you will develop a fuller understanding and a deeper connection with God and Spirit. We achieve this communion with God by developing and expanding our techniques on prayer. On the 19th of March is the Holistic Fair and Healing Expo, and the beautiful Reverend Catherine, and the marvelous Reverend Paul will be there with some other wonderful people that are going to join them at the Westin in Mount Laurel. And we invite anyone who is called that would like to help bring the CCL community to the greater community at large. We'd like you to share the joy of being part of that expo with them. Let's spend the day together sharing ourselves with our community, and just let me know if you guys are interested, and Reverend Catherine and Reverend Paul will get back to you on a scheduling for that. It was wonderful event when we did it last year. Yes, it is participating in that expo as a gift from Dorothy Green, who is a member of this congregation. She gifted it to us last year, and she gifted it again to us this year. So thank you, Dorothy. Our new members gathering, just note that it's changed to March 24th. So anyone that is not currently a member and would like to join as a member, you can sign up on the back. It's just a way to embody the feeling of being part of this community. There are no prerequisites. There is no cost. Just bring your love. That's all that we want.
It's setting the intention, is all it is. You're setting the intention for being a part of this community. That's all.
Correct. Okay, so tomorrow, A Course in Miracles meets on the 19th of this month because of the Holistic Health Fair, and Reverend Paul and Reverend Catherine will be there. I will be doing an in-person Today service here with Ginger Coyle. So that's always a wonderful moving experience. So we invite you to that. The men's group meets on the 20th of this month. Again, Reverend Catherine's spiritual inquiry class starts on the 22nd. And the 25th is our free workshop. And we will be in person on the 26th with Reverend Catherine. And Course in Miracles meets again on the 27th. And we continue the in-person services in March with Reverend Catherine, who will be here for an extended stay.
6 weeks.
So that's all we have for you. So yes, Marty?
Got a couple, if I can come up and.
Okay.
the microphone. Not destroy anything there. So hi folks. Today is the very last day for these coupon books. We've been doing them for a while and we've sold 80 of them so far. So that was a nice contribution to CCL. Thank you for all those who supported. If you'd like to get one or two more, we have a few left. The ones we don't sell today will be going back to the woman who created this program for us. I also want to let you know about two interesting events the next 2 Sunday afternoons. One is the Green Faith event. That's this coming Sunday. We're going to be visiting the food pantry at the Prince of Peace Church. And we're also going to be learning about Family Promise, which is an organization that provides outreach and support for homeless people or people in need of housing in Burlington County. So if you'd like to join us, it's 3:30 on, and we'll put the information in the newsletter on Tuesday. And then 2 weeks from today is our March for the Homeless at the, what used to be the Echelon Mall. Now it's called the Voorhees Town Center. Last year, about 15 of us went. We had a great time. And they're going to even have more activities going on. That's going to be 2 weeks from today, which is the 26th. And we're going to meet there about 2 o'clock. So if you're interested in being part of that group, and it's a fundraiser. So I think last year we raised close to $1,000 for them. And altogether they raised over 50,000. So there's a lot of people from other spiritual communities who will be there. There are going to be musicians, there are going to be clowns, there are going to be activities for children. If you have a child or a grandchild that you'd like to bring and come join us, we'll be walking around the mall 5 times and having a good time and doing it for a good cause. And it kind of ties in with our season for peace and nonviolence, because there's less homelessness, then there's going to be more peace, right? So thank you all, appreciate it. So contact either June or myself about that if you'd like to join us.
I'll be there. That walk was fun. We had a really nice time walking around, just sharing and just walking the mall. It was a wonderful time. So come join us.
Okay, oh, I had a couple of things.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say the one thing I was going to say, but one thing that's happening, I don't know if anyone's available for Wednesday. If you are anywhere near the Cherry Hill Public Library, there is a Black Founders Camden's Hidden Figures, which will be at 7 p.m., 7 to 8, half conference center, lower level, and registration is required. It's joint researcher, historical preservation activist, and descendant of the Fortson family, Daille Marshall, for a closer look at the incredible history of some of our local founding fathers. That's going to be at the Cherry Hill Public Library. Even though it's free, you have to register. If you need that, you can take a picture of it. I'll be happy to share. And then Ginger's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Ginger Coyle, as you all know, is one of our ministers of music that we have here at the church at CCL, and she is having her CD release of her project, which is Higher Frequency, and this is in East Falls, is it?
East Falls, Pennsylvania.
East Falls, Pennsylvania.
East Falls, Pennsylvania. Yeah, if you're interested in going there and supporting her, just let us know. We have the information. It starts at 12:30. And it's right after the You Thought Philly service, who is sponsoring it for her. So if y'all are so inclined to support her, that would be wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. It's today.
Today.
It's Saturday.
Today.
Today.
But it will be over before the Eagles game.
That's
Yes.
right.
Promise.
Yeah.
All right,
The
everybody.
music is great. I've heard it. It's excellent.
All right, everybody, let's all come up and make a circle.
What would you expect?
That's right. What would you expect?
And let's all just take a breath together, knowing that the joy, the beauty, and the peace, and the love of this community fills every cell of our bodies. And it is that love and that joy and that peace that we take out into the community at large, that we shine our light and spread our love and kindness to everyone we meet. Knowing that there is nothing but love. It is us. We breathe it. We are it. And knowing that as we all leave this afternoon, this morning, going out into the world, that we take this love with us. Grateful for everyone that is here today sharing this beautiful light, this beautiful space with us, whether you are here in person or on Zoom. This community is you. And we are that light. So it is.
Are you ready?
Paul's favorite part.
Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me
Right now. Zoom, you can unmute. This is
Life
life.
is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my
Life
mind.
is in my
Life is in my feelings.
life is in my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
Receive it.
Receive
I
it.
share it.
I share it.
Am it.
am
And
it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And accepting all these gifts, we say, yeah!
Hello, Zoom. Everyone who's here, welcome. Thank you for being with us today. We're celebrating with our Eagles fight song. Is that the Eagles fight song or something?
Eagles fly.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Thank you for all your support, all your love. Our community is growing in power and strength and joy and love each day.
I like your hat. Love it.
Yeah, I got this hat with a CPL gift. I think